kind of wish I was normal, but then I don't. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Jess, the Fat Fanny One, and I have not been here for a hot minute. I think I got really excited and was like, I'm gonna do 2 videos a week because it's like easy. These YouTubers are hardcore. So at the minute you can see I'm in a hotel. It is stupid o'clock in the morning. And I'm away from work, but before I crack on with work and head over to my site, I'm obviously not going in a hoodie, by the way, I'm not dressed yet. I thought I would cram in a video and then on my flight home I could edit it. So that's me trying to cram in everything. And it kind of fits in quite nicely with the topic because I want to talk about opportunities. Just talking about manifesting the life that you want, but not in such a grand sense. I know a lot of people talk about well-being, empowerment and all these things at the moment, and it can feel a bit like, what is everybody talking about? I wanted to just talk about the basics and talk about the really basic concept of just opportunity and what that means to me and how I have ran with it recently. And kind of, it sounds really cliche and really corny to be like, I've changed my life, but I have changed my life and I want to share that. And I haven't done anything extraordinary. I haven't done things that people can't do. I literally have just taken up opportunities and seen opportunities in places that for a very long time I didn't see, I didn't believe were there. But so I was watching a film recently with my mum, a very deep, emotional movie with such a strong message. It was Evan Almighty. And I don't know if people, you know, it kind of doesn't matter what belief you have, whether it's God or the universe, but in this particular film it was God. As to Evan's wife, if you pray for courage, God doesn't give you just courage, he gives you an opportunity to be courageous. And it really struck a chord with me. And I was like, that's so true. And I was recently talking to a friend about the universe and God, and she was saying that she goes to church, so she was talking about God, and she was saying at my church, you know, people were praying about money and saying they really wanted to buy houses. So the bishop of her church organised for a money advisor, a mortgage broker to come in and teach people about money, etc. And she was like, literally hardly anyone showed up. And I said to her exactly what that film said. I said, it's because people, when they pray for something or want for something or manifest something, when they really hope for something, they hope for it to just land on their lap and land on their doorstep, but it doesn't. The opportunity for that will come. So all these people that were praying for this house, praying for this money and manifesting this house, had an opportunity to come in and learn about it so that they could get what they wanted, but instead they just wanted keys delivered to their door, and that's not going to happen. And I think part of the idea of opportunity and manifesting is that if I pray hard enough, if I write it down enough times, if I stick it on my vision board enough times, then it's going to happen. It doesn't work like that. And I almost was like that for a long time. I'm gonna stare at this holiday picture and I'm gonna go on holiday. I'm not on holiday, guys. I'm in a Holiday Inn. What that showed me was that there's action that needs to be taken. Your life really is in your control, and sometimes there are things that happen to us and we can't control what other people do, but in terms of where we take it and what we do and how we behave, it's totally up to us. There are opportunities that I never would have gone for before because I either was too scared or didn't see the point. I'd already failed because I hadn't even tried, and now I'm like, I'm gonna go for it, and what's the worst that could happen? I get told no. Okay, well that's fine. I learn from that and I move on to the next thing. And having that attitude, that's what changes your life. It's having that sheer determination and that sheer willingness to say, if that fails, I'm not gonna give up. People ask me all the time, like, why do you do it? How do you do it? And the answer to that is because I have to. I don't see any other option. And when you get to that point in your life where you're like, there is no other option but success for me, there is no other option but greatness for me, there is no other option but joy and happiness and good things, when you get that conviction, it's just life-changing. And a lot of that came from my self-love journey. A lot of it came from being more self-compassionate and actually understanding I'm deserving of feeling this way. There comes a point where something clicks and you think, no, there's more to life than this. Surely there's more than this. Take opportunities and run with them. No opportunity is going to be a bad opportunity. Well, some might. Obviously be a bit wary about that. I often say to people, and me and my husband were talking about this the other day, like, you often think people have made money and been successful and lived their dreams over some of the craziest things. Like, think of the people who made Angry Birds. When you think of some of the things that we find so normal day to day were impossible. Like the idea of an aeroplane. When I was on a plane a few weeks ago for work, I remember thinking, I'm literally in a metal tin in the sky. Can you understand how insane that must have sounded when someone decided, I'm going to create something that we get in, like a car, but with wings that goes in the sky? Like, anything can sound impossible at some point, and then suddenly it becomes the norm. That is what I mean when life is limitless. Like, can you just, for a second? It's actually crazy. But that is our normal. We get on planes and think nothing of it. And someone literally sat there and probably told they were insane because of that idea. Nothing too crazy. There is nothing, a dream, you know, too big. There just isn't. What I hope you take away from this video is that you really have the opportunity to change your life. And I always come back to that. I always come back to the fact that we are only here for a certain amount of time. And the scary thing is we don't know how long that time is. I will be damned if I wasted another day worrying if people thought I was too crazy because of the ideas I had, or not striving for excellence. There's an amazing quote that goes around, and I see it floating on the gram sometimes and on social media, and it's, you are always one decision away from changing your life. And it sounds a bit airy-fairy, but it's so profound and it's so true. I appreciate the depth of that. It changes everything. So thanks for watching. Do like and subscribe and comment below. But I really hope you've enjoyed this and there's something you can take away to make you feel fired up and ready to go. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bang my hand on the table. Why am I so weird? This seems a bit like closer than close, closer than you ever could imagine. Close, let's get close, closer than, yeah. Anyway.